What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So I'm here to talk about UK grime artist Skepta. So Skepta was doing an interview with Ebro. I don't know what this interview was for or what platform it was. It came across my feed on Twitter or X, whatever y'all want to call it, right? And so Skepta was talking about that. Him and Ebro were talking about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. And Skepta starts talking about, he was like, it was this one K Dot record where I saw like, yo, these guys really don't like each other. They don't like each other. And then he starts alluding to Kendrick Lamar calling Drake a PDF file, potentially hurting business deals that Drake has with other corporations like Nike, etc. Like it's hurting his deals. How can one company sign a man and you're calling him this word? And why would they want to sign a man to a deal, when he has this label on him, etc. I'm paraphrasing, but that is what he's getting to. And when I heard this, I'm like, come on, dog. Come on, fam. Like, listen, and I'm not trying to trash or shit on Drake when I say this, right? But a lot of people, only reason a lot of this pity party stuff is happening is because Drake lost the battle. And I think people never thought he would lose. Drake has a lot of friends in the industry. He's made a lot of friends with a lot of different people across America and the UK, etc. And I think that along with Drake, they thought he was invincible. They didn't think he would get defeated in this manner. And so now you're getting this reaction to where everybody is supposed to feel like sorry or pity for Drake that he lost. Like he's all right. He's going to be okay. He still has a ton of music that a lot of people love and enjoy. And even me, I criticize Drake about a lot of things. I have. But he has some great music that I really enjoyed and I vibed out to, and I'm not going to sit on here and act like I didn't. You know what I mean? He has some songs that I'm always going to still rock with, and really, it's going to feel good when I hear it, right? But he going to be fine. Like all of this whole, what about his business deals and all that? Man, fam, hip-hop is always, especially when it comes to battle rap, diss tracks have always been disrespectful. There have always been, these diss tracks are meant to be disrespectful. They aren't meant to be taken literally, even though some real things have been said on tracks that were confirmed to be true. They aren't always meant to be literal. They are meant to be disrespectful, right? And hip hop is like, these battles have been disrespectful for years. 50 got on a song and told Ja Rule, your mammy, your pappy, that bitch you chasing, your little dirty ass kids, I'll fucking erase them. On Back Down. Jay-Z told Nas he left condoms in his baby seat when he's messing with his baby mama, right? Pac told Bad Boy and all of them, my fofo, make sure all y'all kids don't grow, right? And corporations did not stop messing with hip-hop around due to all these things. Let's talk about a lot of the stuff that, matter of fact, like we can talk about rappers over the last few decades. Rappers have rapped about selling dope. They've rapped about pimping hoes. They've rapped about gang culture. They've rapped about violence. And corporations still ran to them because hip-hop determined what was cool in the world. Ask Snoop Dogg, if gang culture, pimping, and all of their music, did that stop him dealing with any corporations? No. So Drake, he's not going to miss out on no deals with no corporations because Kendrick called him a PDF file. That's people trying to create pity and sympathy for Drake in this battle. Like, no. You feel me? Like when Chris Brown told Offset, he told Quavo that when Takeoff died, it should have been Quavo instead or something like that, right? Something along those lines. He told Quavo when Takeoff died, it should have been him, or everybody wished it was him. And nobody felt bad for Quavo. Like nobody threw a pity party for Quavo. Like, yo, he shouldn't have said that. That's too far. That's too far. Nobody said Chris Brown took it too far or chastised him for saying these things. But now people want to chastise Kendrick Lamar for calling Drake a PDF file, right? Well, let's be for real, man. Like, Drake called Kendrick Lamar, he accused him of domestic violence. He said his kids, one of his kids is not his, it's actually his man's son that he created with his woman. You feel me? So he accused Kendrick of domestic violence and then said, hey, your woman, that ain't your baby. Your woman was sleeping with your mans and they made that baby. Right? So when Kendrick hear this, of course, I'm seeing red if I hit it on the track. Even though I know it ain't true, not because you put that on my name, since you want to try to like make that a narrative around me. I'm finna spaz out on you, fam. I'm gonna say everything. I'm gonna call you everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call you everything under the sun. So you can't like he act like Kendrick just pulled this like, oh, he the only one that said something bad and negative. You know, the K Dot song, and I heard that, and I'm like, man, these people they really don't like each other. It's going far. Drake called that man an abuser and said that his baby ain't yours. You feel me? When you say certain stuff like that to a man, you gotta expect war. You gotta expect a man to respond in the harshest way he can respond. You feel me? So, like, let's be for real, man. People just doing this because Drake lost the battle. And it's okay, y'all. People lose battles. Jigga lost the battle against Nas. You feel me? He came back. It's all right, man. People take his winners and losers in battles. And Drake took the L in this situation. You know, but it don't got to be a whole pity party around him and around all of this is going on. Like, fam, like, cut it out. And let's be for real. Do I, like, I'm going to say this because people going to disagree with me. Do I think Drake is a PDF file? I don't. But I do believe that he's had some questionable moments. You feel me? Like, when he was texting Millie Bobby Brown, I'm like, dog, like, see, and that's one of the things I'm going to say, right? Not even being funny. If Drake was raised in black culture, I'm not going to say like 100%. Like my mama would have never, like, the way I was raised, my mama and my daddy, there's no way I'm texting a 13-year-old girl on any circumstance. I don't care how famous she is, how it's easy. Oh, it's, you know, people can, like, no, I don't care how famous she is. I'm not texting a little girl when I'm a grown man. I don't think Drake meant nothing by it. But no, you shouldn't be texting look, she young as hell. Why are you texting a little girl? Right? I don't care how big of a rapper you are and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Communicate with her through her parents. You feel me? When he was on stage with the young girl and found out she was like 17. Did Drake kiss her first? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Then he found out she was 17 and then started talking about her body and stuff. Oh my God, all of this and all. Hey, stop. Once you found out how old she is, don't make no remarks about her body and her curves or nothing like that. Leave that alone. But I say that to say Drake had those little moments where people can attack those. They can say things about it. They can make those, you know, assumptions about you based upon those moments. You know what I mean? Whether they're true or not. And I don't think Drake is a PDF file. And I know there's not going to be a popular opinion for people to say. I don't think so. But he's had some he's had some uncomfortable moments and situations with young girls where you can say, hey man, cool that shit out, dog. You feel me? But let's get back to the subject at hand though. Like people feeling bad about Drake because he lost. Like, dog, cut this shit out, fam. Cut this out, man. Y'all got to get this up out of here. And then I know Skepta got an OVO owl tattoo on him. So he's Drake's friend. He's Drake's friend. And he's trying to lay coverage or do damage control. Or he's trying to, I don't know. He's trying to, I guess, make Kendrick, people that's really vibing out to that track, make them feel bad about vibing out to not like us and stuff like that. Like, oh, these allegations, when you're saying you calling him certain words, you know, it's hurting his deals with corporations and all this and all that. Like, fam, like, let's be for real. Nobody was worried about, I always say this, when Drake did what he did, when he got busy on Meek Millie, and every fucking corporation alive that I know is not even invested in, that is not vested in hip hop. Like corporations who I know don't even listen to rap. Burger King and all these other corporations were clowning Meek Mill. ESPN, oh, that was weaker than the Meek Mill diss. Burger King, oh, we are better than the Meek Mill diss. All that type of shit. Like all these corporations that I know want alliances with Drake or are affiliated with Drake in some type of way, they was getting busy on Meek Millie. Nobody felt bad about Meek Mill taking that L, and the corporations who I know don't even listen to hip hop. A lot of these people at these corporations don't even listen to hip hop. They was trashing Meek Mill and nobody felt bad for Meek Mill. Everybody like, yo, he lost because Meek did lose that battle and he got embarrassed. He got bodied by a singing dude. And it was what it was. But now when it's Drake, it's like we gotta, oh, we got to think about this in a different light. What about what could have happened? And this could, man, cut it out, dog. Cut it out. And I can't ignore that Drake got BBK tattooed on him, which is Skepta's crew. It's an acronym for Boy Better Know. Skepta's crew, right? And so, yeah, him and Drake are friends. So he's coming out like, I guess, trying to make people feel bad about vibing to Not Like Us. But you're not going to make me feel bad about vibing to Not Like Us. I didn't feel bad about vibing to hit him up, even though I was well older when I was really listening to that. And they were, Pac and Big were gone. I didn't feel bad about listening to Back Down. I didn't feel bad about listening to Ether. I didn't feel bad about listening to The Takeover, Super Ugly, none of that. I didn't feel bad about listening to none of them tracks. You feel me? Like, we just, like, and I always say this, man, because people acting like this whole thing is new. Like this type of culture, all disrespectful things were said. Bro, we've seen worse stuff in hip-hop, man. The East Coast, West Coast beef. Like, all of that, like, Snoop and them knocking down the buildings in New York. You feel me? Like, come on, dog. We've seen, and corporations still didn't stop. They didn't stop messing with hip-hop then. The Source Awards, Suge going up there. Y'all want something, y'all don't want to see y'all all in the videos, all that. Come to Death Row in New York City where some real shit could have popped off. Like, and that was in New York, right? I believe. Yeah, it was in New York. Yeah, that something really could have popped off. Like, for real. And nobody, and that was, and Suge all red, with the Mob Pyru affiliations, all of that. Yeah, man, and it didn't stop nothing. Snoop, matter of fact, I got on this one of Snoop little clothing, his little stuff from, my mama got me this, right? Yeah, Snoop big crippin' on Super Bowl stage and platform, on the Super Bowl platform, corporations all involved in that. That didn't chase them away from Snoop. You feel me? Like, so let's not act like all these corporations, they're gonna hear these allegations. Like, no, man, stop it. Stop it, man. This battle was good for the culture. It made rappers rap. We got some really dope tracks in the process. Young people, I'm 31, but people younger than me really got to see what a mainstream hip-hop beef really looks like and experience that. And we saw tracks coming out back to back, right? Rappers had to stand on. They had to rap, bro. You feel me? They had to defend their credibility as rappers. They had to defend their stance in the rap game. All of that, man. Like, and I'm gonna say this too. As a person who's been a fan of Drake's music over the years, I've always criticized him for not speaking out on black issues, for using elements of Black American culture to gain credibility, right? Standing next to 21 Savage, Lil Durk. When Reese and them was first popping up, shouting out Lil Reese and them, Fredo Santana, shouting out having Fredo around him, 600 Breezy from Chicago, being with Young Thug and Gunna and Lil Baby and all of that. Using them for credibility when it came to street culture, for street credibility and all of that. But not speaking up about real issues that are happening to the people that live in the communities of 21 Savage and Lil Durk and Lil Baby. You feel me? Not wanting to speak on nothing that was any social issues involving Black American people. Not standing in solidarity with Black folks. When Black people was getting their lives taken from them by law enforcement unjustly, Drake had nothing to say. Nothing. You feel me? And I'm not saying he got to put it in his music. I'm not saying he could have hired a publicist to put out a statement or something. Even when George Floyd died, that was a layup for him. Even the most conservative people initially, now the conservatives have flipped that and saying, well, he was on fentanyl. That's what they're saying now about this. They're saying that now about George Floyd. But when it initially happened, even conservatives were like, yo, this is wrong. This is crazy. This is wild, right? Drake didn't say nothing. And I'm like, yo, he in this culture and he's profiting off of street images that is in America, that off America's street culture at times. He's profiting off of that. Yo, speak on what's happening to Black American people. hold his feet to the fire, because Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole could never get away with that. I don't care that they're American, because Drake is profiting off Black American culture too, even with how he dresses and stuff like that at times. But even just standing around collaborating with these street artists in Atlanta, Chicago, and them bringing him to the trenches, him being with Jayceon Taylor, aka The Game, Cohen and Compton, being around all these goons and bloods and all of that, and giving him credibility. Yo, he got to speak out. Speak out on Black American issues too. Don't just use it for when you want to use it. No, stand with us, stand in solidarity with us. Stand in solidarity with us. Not just standing in solidarity with us when you want to use the street culture for an image. So yeah, this battle was great for the culture. And y'all gotta stop doing Drake a pity party. He gonna be alright. Cut that shit out. Peace.